Hey there, welcome to Soulfully Illumined. My name is Sheena, and today's video we're going into this super new moon in Pisces coming up at the end of the week. Well, wait a second, we are at the end of the week. I don't know, time is just becoming more and more of an illusion to me lately. So, yeah, let's move forward. You know, with this Piscean energy, that is coming towards us, within us. It's deep, it's mysterious, it's malleable and flexible. You know, it's concrete, but at the same time, it's not. It's completely malleable. It is an energy of depth. And so this new moon is really going to impact us all differently. And I'm being drawn to, because I pulled two sets here for the collective. And yes, it's a real big time of transformation. You may have already been feeling the pressure with that full moon that just passed in Leo, and you know, just really allowing pieces of ourselves to be seen and to be cleared out. What's preventing us from really expanding ourselves and expanding our heart? And that takes us into Pisces, which really will be applying that pressure, especially considering it is a super new moon in Pisces. And how perfect that the bottom of this deck was marine life, richness. And I don't know any other, well, I guess every place has their richness, but the marine life, there's just so much diversity, so many things to see, experience, taste, touch, feel in that sort of environment. And it feels like that's exactly what it's doing for us, that new moon that is, opening up our awareness. Now, when I was feeling into the energies and kind of meditating on it, what I saw was this big whoosh explosion of white light in the third eye and like that whole frontal area of the brain. So to me, that expansion, that it was actually quite beautiful, the way that it was shown to me. It means, you know, we're all on individual paths, so it feels like it's going to impact us differently. But one of the major ways that this energy is impacting us, well, there's an increase in crown energy and throat activation. All right, so that whole area is expanding with the light codes and the energy that's coming through at this time period. This is helping us to see beyond the normal, to see beyond the current realities and existence, and to see beyond, most importantly, the experience that we are currently having. With that expansion through the mind or through the third eye into the throat, there is this heightened awareness or activation of our spiritual gifts. And so this may be past life memories, it could be past life gifts coming through, but there's something there where that spiritual awareness will be heightened. Your gifts will be heightened. Now, speaking of why now, right? So why is this important at this part of our journey? Well, this is such an important key into moving our futures, you see, moving into our future, because we are moving into oneness of all of those lifetimes, all of those experiences as a soul that we've had that are now coming together in the way that our soul designed to really maximize this time on earth. So you may be experiencing certain things emotionally, mentally, or in your physical reality that have a direct connection to your past lives. This could also be gifts as well. Now, the real key here is, how do you feel when this arises within you? And is this something that you want to take with you? If not, what is the lesson that you'd like to take with you? This is a real watery time, not only of the spiritual instinct, but of the emotions, of what brings you richness in your life. This is a perfect time, speaking of emotions, of letting go of those emotional patterns, which leads us to the second thing, purification. Because all of these things may be arising, yes, we are transforming and feeling some pressure. This is a time of purification of the past programs, of the mind, of the emotions, of the body, that has then impacted our vision and how you see the world and how you move through the world. So the water element is so key. Drink water, drink a lot of water if you can during this time, to allow yourself to flow through this transition. So here, like forgiveness, I feel like is a big key, and right away I'm feeling the anger in my body. Anger may be arising within you during this period, hence the pressure. Going back to pressure, we're really being pressurized at this point to really lighten the load within us, lighten the load around us, so we can be in a pure state of being, in an enlightened state of being, where we can truly see the world around us for what it is. So, to go back to my notes here, the moon card. So, with this explosion that's happening through that third eye, through the mind area, I was taken to the moon card in the tarot deck. And the moon represents the illusions, the illusions, the emotions, and the question is, what illusions may be at foot in your life? You see, during this time, you may not be able to see clearly. And it may feel like you're walking in the dark or in the unknown. And for some, the fear may amp up a little bit. You know, we don't like the unknown. And the shadow may arise. My friends, if your shadow arises during this time, make it your best friend, because it truly is. And if there's something, this is a grand opportunity for you to really blend into that shadow, to really merge that light and that dark together. All right. And as you do so, that pressurization that's happening during this time is really going to, oh my gosh, create that diamond in the rough. Oh, guys, this is such a cool time. You can see my notes here at the corner. Now, know this, because when we have light in our face, or when we are the light, we don't realize we can't see nothing in the darkness. And it's kind of purposely done this way at this phase of the journey, because we're being asked to not follow by sight and not follow by logic. We're being asked to be guided by the heart, to be guided by our other senses. Those aspects are being strengthened at this time. So support it like a baby, nourish it, feed it, because you are being fed in a way that's really going to strengthen other aspects of yourself that you have yet to practice in a very long time. I don't know. As I said that, it said 10 minutes exactly. So I don't know what that means. That could mean different things to different people. But my friends, with the water element, I'm just going to conclude, right? Like, we're moving into uncharted waters. But you, as long as you're flexible and you're moving with the flow, you'll find that there will be an ease. And you'll find that it's the emotions that will fuel you through the stream. For some of you, there's emotions that need to be released. And for some of you, those emotions need to be filled up. And for most of you, well, honestly, truth is, for all of you, it's both. Right? So, interesting times, my friend. Enjoy the silence when you have the moment, because out of all of the elements, out of all of the signs, and maybe this is just me because I just love the Piscean energy, it's just there's a lot of richness and layers that come through. And because it's that super new moon, my friends, this is a new beginning, but I feel like it's a beginning unlike any other that's going to bring forth new information. It's not just clearing the past, it's really just bringing in some new stuff, okay? And also allowing you to lighten, lighten your load, but also enlighten your load. So there's certain perspectives that are going to shift, meaning you're going to see things in a whole different way. Okay, about the loads that you've been carrying, about the things that are in your life. Okay, really, really cool stuff. If things come up, can you just like write a comment down below? I'd love to hear about it and share in the community what we're all experiencing. All right, so we're going to go into the pick a card aspect of this reading. We have 3 piles to get a more personalized reading. We have the pile 1, which is the sodalite crystal. We have pile 2, which is the clear quartz. And we have pile 3, which is the amethyst crystal. So go ahead and feel into all 3 and pause the video if you need to, and I will see you at your pile. Hey there, pile 1. Welcome. If you picked the sodalite crystal, this reading is for you for this super new moon in Pisces. So let's get into it. Actually, let me just move this a little and move that back a little. Okay. So as far as how these energies are impacting you, pile 1, and you can see how that light just completely hit this card, and it says prosperity on it, but you are being lit up, my friends, with this super new moon. And the way that I'm seeing it is the energies are coming in a way it's purifying you. It's actually balancing your light and your dark aspect. If you haven't watched the collective part of this reading, you may want to. I talk more about it there. But for you specifically, what I'm getting is this emerging of the light and the dark, the shadow element. It's like you've done a lot of work through the shadow, pile 1, and you're moving into your new beginning in a whole different way of being. This time is a time of purification. It's almost like it's merging these 2 aspects and releasing some of the old clutter that you've been holding on to and allowing you to expand. Interesting. I feel like these energies coming through for you, pile 1, are really going to help with your heart expansion. You may have been shouldering a lot in your physical reality, pile 1, but I feel like that's going to let go a little bit. And that could be because your energy is changing. That could also be about where your focus is shifting now to. because I feel like your focus is shifting more onto things that empower you, things that open you up, things that make you want to dance or soar. And that's going to take some pressure off of you, and open you up a little further. Interesting. The energies, though, overall, though, for you, Pile 1, is really expansive. Really expansive. And it's opening you up for abundance somehow. But let's take a closer look. So I'm using the Sacred Oracle Travelers deck to get more detail for Pile 1, please, Spirit. How is this supermoon impacting them in Pisces? You want that one? Okay. Good. Okay. Journey by Moonlight. Believe in magic. Okay, so with this Journey by the Moonlight, I'm getting New Light by John Mayer. If you haven't heard of that song, you might want to look it up. But it's like you're transitioning into a whole different way of being. Oh, what is that song? How does it go again? It's something like, I'll see you in the new light. I'll see you in a new light. If you just give me, I don't know, basically you're shifting. You're moving into a time of just into this whole new way of being. Allow this to happen because you, my friend, I feel like you've gone through like a time where you, like I said, you've been in the dark. You haven't really known where you're going, why you're going. You felt limited, you felt restricted, but you're moving into a time of greater expansion. It's like you got to constrict in order to expand. But one thing like you, for you, Pile 1, you're like water, you're flexible. You can move with the energies, you can move with the pressure. And you've done it so well, and that's why you've had to experience it, is because you know what, you're a master at it. You can do this, but you're stepping into a time of greater power, of greater strength. Your solar plexus is shining bright. I feel like you've been having a lot of healing with that solar plexus through the lower 3 chakras, the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, and the root. You've been having a lot of shifting going on energetically. Yes, you are going through a transformation, and a fresh new way of living emerges. That's what it comes down to. Well said. You are emerging. By the merging that's happening with you, between you, the light and the dark, but also more of that higher source is coming into you and through you, is being expressed by you. You'll start to feel more and more freedom. If you haven't already, you may start with spurts of it, like, oh my God, I feel fantastic today. I feel amazing today. And then the next moment you feel that pressure. Okay, and then you're like, wow, the world is filled with possibilities. I'm singing, I'm happy, I'm light, I'm carefree. But then you feel constricted again. Allow the changes to happen. Go with the flow. Things are like balancing out, okay? During this time, Pile 1, you may not feel like, you may not know, no, let's clear that one up. You may have an idea. You may know where you want to go, but you haven't done it before. You may be walking a path that you haven't walked yet. And that's good. That's really good, because you're going the way that they have asked you to go. And in this direction, as you continue to take it step by step, Pile 1, you're going to find more and more of your confidence. You're going to feel stronger in each step that you take. You were born to be successful, so believe in the magic. Believe in your magic is what's coming through. Yeah, like you're getting ready to fly. Like notice the imagery with the prosperity card and the transformation card. You're opening up your wings, pile one. And yes, there may be moments where you feel that constriction, but it's almost like you're going through that. Yeah, you're going through a transformation. You may want to invoke the violet fire to help you if you meditate, pile one. You may want to bring in that violet flame. Let it kind of move around you and within you and just kind of simmer in it for a little while, allowing it to release with the intention of releasing the old. Okay, that's going to help to open you up because, like I said, you're moving into a softer time, a time where you can really play in the fields how you really want to. Okay. We're going to get 2 more cards, please, Spirit, for pile one. 2 more cards for pile one, please, Spirit. Thank you. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, pile one, you're really becoming the magician of your world, of your life, but in a way that you're really being empowered by it. You always were a magician in your life, but now it's like you're really using those elements, using all of your tools to really create the way that you want to create. Allow this change to happen because it's creating more strength, more solidity within you, in your world. With the journey, it's like you've been walking and traveling for a long time, carrying a lot more than you've needed to. Pile one, you're going to see that you've been carrying more than you've needed to, way more than you needed to. And that you had all of it within you this whole time. That's for someone out there. Door to personal healing. You are strong beyond measure. You are strong beyond measure. That's where they were taking me. Now, yeah, pile one, I feel like the energies coming forth for you are going to be really empowering. It's like you've been building momentum, and it's been getting higher and higher until you're ready to just pop, to just soar. Be patient with yourself during the process, okay? Because you're going to start to, with the door to personal healing and happiness, that's a 7, 3 to a 4. For some of you, you're going to see that it was there the whole time. I don't know what that is, but something you've been wanting has been there the whole time. For some of you, you're actually physically walking through a gateway to the other side of your manifestations. And for some of you, you're coming home, whatever that means to you. That could be a physical location. That could be to yourself, home to yourself. Yeah. Happiness and healing. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to end with the Ascendant Masters card. Actually, maybe we won't end with it. Let's just see what else wants to come out here for you. Advice, please. Yes. Ganesh. And we got a lot of yellow there. Yellow. I'm brought to the yellow. About a lot of empowerment. Your obstacles are lifting. I feel like for some of you that have felt like they've been in a cocoon for a long time, you're coming out of that cocoon. You're coming out into a reality of your choosing, an environment and a reality that truly supports you, especially with the crystals and the Epona. There's a lot of magic, pile one, that surrounds you at this time. There's a lot of there's a lot of fertility around you at this time. So pay attention, be open to the possibilities, and be flexible, because I feel like you may be taking it in different directions, but there's a reason for it. It's almost like it's kind of showing yourself. You're going to basically see, I don't know, if you're going to see and really like feel and know that you're stronger beyond measure. I feel like something's going to come up where you're going to have to hustle a little bit and be like, and then realize, damn, I'm pretty awesome. I don't know, just a thought, just something that just came through here. But with the crystal card, I'm feeling it's important, like I'm getting the advice as well with this, is to, if you have time, you want to play with crystals, you want to just kind of connect with crystals, or just be in a state of meditation here and there. During that supermoon, I feel like it's really a great time, a perfect time to really just be in that stillness and quiet, because something's happening. There's like this magnetic pull that's happening for you. You're magnetizing something. There's something that you want, and this period during that supermoon, allow it. Remember that you magnetize the things, some things you magnetize. You have to be in a magnetic state. For some of you, you've been looking for something for a while, you've been waiting for something to show up. It's a perfect time to just be in that space because you're magnetic. Okay, there we go. I said it. Oh my gosh, that took me a while to say, didn't it? So we're gonna end with a dream card. Advice for pile 1, please, Spirit. We're just going to take this one. Okay, say thank you to others as often as you can. Say thank you to life. Say thank you to yourself. Gratitude allows you to trust life, and trust is the foundation for dreams to come. I think that's important. And right away, I'm getting past life stuff. When I was talking about in the collective part of this reading about past life stuff coming up for us to release, for us to heal, or for us to take as a tool for our future, I feel like there may be some things, some vulnerabilities that may be coming up for you as well during this time. It takes bravery and courage to walk in the unknown, pile 1. It takes a lot of bravery and courage. And with each step, yeah, our fears are going to come up. And I feel like compassion is really important. Staying in that softness of water, the compassion of that softness of compassion is important. Because it's just showing you where the obstruction is in your next steps. That's all. So you can walk around it and not get stuck in it. You are strong beyond measure. Again, I'm being taken back there. All right, my friends, that is your reading for this super new moon. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Do give it a like if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next time. Thanks again. Bye. Hey there, Pile 2. Welcome. If you picked the clear quartz crystal, this reading is for you for this super new moon in Pisces. So let's see how the energies are impacting you. Awesome. I felt it. I felt the power coming through. We got manifestation, baby. Hell yeah. All right. I feel like you guys might be like a watery element, or water may be prominent on your chart, but I feel like this is like your moon of manifestation. Now, first off, the energies coming in, I feel like are impacting the way that you work in the world. It's clarifying some old patterns, old ways that you would move in the world, pile 2. So it's almost like your water, right? So, you know, like That's kind of the way that they're showing me. It's like maybe you used to like kind of go through water like really quickly and just like kind of be a little chaotic as you're like moving through the tides, you know? But now moving in a way that's just kind of more intentional, smooth, soft, and light. Somehow, some way, it's impacting the way that you're moving in the world. So, for if any of you were having like some leg stuff before, like in like one or two, like I think it was about a month ago, like maybe some leg tightness or like, you know, irritation in the feet or in the heels or whatnot, this may pertain a lot to you. Now, if you don't worry about it, but I feel like this is really going to impact the way that you're moving in the world. But also, this moon is going to give you a lot of clarity as to how you want to move forward. You're being asked to stay focused and present at this time because the energies are really, really strong and potent is the word that I'm hearing for you. So it may kind of put you up into the clouds. It may kind of like, I feel like La La Land is not the best word, but I like it because nothing's wrong with La La Land. But I feel like it's going to kind of put you up in the ethers, especially if you're really sensitive. Um, you know, like a water element, you may be up there, you may be in the ethers. But you're being asked to really stay grounded during this time and to breathe. Now, I'm getting a lot of downloads coming through for you during this new moon, and then like these 2 weeks. Um, it's about the first 2 weeks, a lot of downloads coming in. You're being asked to really stay present if you want it to. If you really want to be conscious of the downloads. I personally like to be conscious about what's coming through because I just find it interesting. My personality, I like learning new things. I like to, I like getting those insights. And I feel like there's a lot that's going to be really empowering and interesting for you. It's really going to help you to move forward. I want you to know I'm getting your magnet at this point. So truly watch your thoughts and keep yourself open to the expansion that's happening within you. So for example, keeping yourself hydrated really helps the energies, helps the downloads move through your body, and like helps you to release the old as well. Eating like good foods that really just help you to stay present and clear, helping you like also moving around, getting into nature, moving around, like bare feet on the earth can really be helpful as well for you, pal, too, just to kind of help you stay grounded, stay present, and stay in a point of awareness. But this is a really powerful time for you is what I'm getting. Really, really powerful time. Did I say awareness? I think I did, right? A lot of awarenesses. I said with downloads, a lot of awareness. Trust the information that's coming through for you during this new moon. Pile one, I feel like some fear and distrust may be popping up for you, especially at nighttime or in the evening or nighttime. You may feel that the most. And that's more of that shadow coming up to release some old triggering and old wounding. Some past life karma may be popping up and just maybe kind of like, it's not a big thing. Like it's just kind of like just touching you for a moment. Just for you to kind of like, it's like one last go around for you to just nip that bad boy in the bud. Okay? Because you're expanding, my friend. Like you're really just letting go of the old. All right, and there's something about that full moon. This is carrying you to a full moon that's going to be really important for the next phase of your journey. It's almost like you're just like this powerhouse. It's like you're building, 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 and something happens during that full moon. I haven't even looked at it yet. I'm sorry, I haven't. I don't even know what the next full moon is. To be honest, I don't even know what day it is today. All I know is it's Friday. But I can tell you this, walking into this full moon, there's something like you're just going to become some superstar. All right, let's go with the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. All right, Spirit. How is this full moon? No, how is this super new moon in Pisces impacting them? What do they need to know? Okay, so right away I'm being drawn to opening to your spiritual source, finding sanctuary. This connection, it's like you're opening yourself up, yes, to spirit. You're growing a greater connection to spirit, to source, to your guides, to your team. Pay attention, because this has something to do with your spiritual gifts, your ability to connect with the unseen. And for some of you, who knows, it could be like ancestors. For some of you, it could just not just, but it could be like spirit, your spirit guides, deceased ones, who knows. But it's like there's some gift that's really coming through. So open yourself to spiritual source. By doing so, Pile 2, I feel like there's going to be some clearing out, or might I say, let me say it differently. It's a clearing out, but it's actually more so it's providing you clarity as to your environment, the richness of your environment, what's there, what needs to be there, what doesn't need to be there. The clutter in your life, for example, may not need to be there, but then there may be some things that you really truly want in your world that really fill you up. And I feel like there's something ancient for you during this full moon. Or why do I keep saying full moon? It could be by the time you hit the full moon. But there's something ancient. There's some ancient wisdom that's coming up for you. But you gotta lighten the load. There's something around your path, something in your environment, and this could be mental energy or it could be emotional, that's impacting the way it's impacting you from receiving something. It's impacting you from the way that you're moving in the world. And this could be something that you're protecting yourself from. You could be protecting yourself, but instead you're restricting yourself, is what I'm trying to say. You may be guided to take a step back from your day-to-day. And if you are, this could be at nighttime, during the silence, during the stillness, because there's something with the view from above, bottom of the deck, there's something within your environment, something within you, there's something there that is hindering you from expanding and from gaining the abundance that you desire. For some of you, it's within the relationships that you have. And for some of you, it's with the relationship you have with yourself. And part of it stems from ancestral patterns for some of you. And others of you, well, regardless, I feel like it always is. It's just like, it's in our DNA, it's in our body. Ancestrals, your past life, there's something there, or your childhood. But it's something that's preventing you from your abundance. And it may require some vulnerability, my friend, but that's why it's a perfect time to go within, or just to kind of be in that quiet. Because I feel like you're going to get a lot of answers during that time. And that in turn will empower you and lead to that expansion. I feel like that might be right before that full moon. I wish I knew where that full moon was. I don't have anything around me to check. But anyway, let's continue on. And we're going into the Energy Oracle deck. Further messages for pile 2 for the super moon in Pisces, please, Spirit. Funny. Pile 1 got this too. I feel like that's what we're moving into, is really seeing the world around us, right? It's our mirror. And really looking at the mirror and deciding, what do we want to take with us and what just needs to go? And for you with this, like, if you didn't watch the collective part of this reading, you might want to, you know, and this was the bottom of the deck and it says richness, marine life. Look how cluttery that is. Isn't that crazy? And it's like, what do you want to keep in that space? What do you want to keep in your life? And what don't you? And this stems, like, it could be like your emotional life. What are you holding on to that's preventing you from really enjoying the abundance that's in your current reality? I feel like that's a huge, loaded question for you. Maybe it might not be loaded, pile 2, but I feel like that's a big theme for you. That question will be answered, if not during this phase, the time of that full moon. But you're letting go of attachments, pile 2, which is creating great change for you. Okay? And part of it is the mental patterns, and I'm hearing mental confinements you put yourself in. And I don't mean to blame, I hope it doesn't sound rough, but it's like certain thought patterns that you've been focused on, certain things that you've been seeing and translating in a negative way, or certain things that have just held you back and kept you from, you know, the things that you really want. I feel like this time is going to shift that. And it may be that pile 2, that may be amplified for you to see it, so you can then acknowledge it and make peace with it. Because it's like when you make peace with it, then it doesn't have that power over you, and it can slowly dissolve into the ethers and let go of its hold on you. So we're going to continue with the Ascendant Masters and see what guidance wants to come through there for this. For pile 2, please, Spirit. Guidance. I feel like that's where it comes from. Okay, so we got stay focused. We got detach from, you know, I'm all on this side. Let's go this way. Okay. 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 So here with the stay focused, and that's in reverse. Okay, there's a couple things coming through with this card, as well as with the detached card from drama card. So the first thing is, like I said, these energies are going to be really potent, and you may want to go up into the mind, you may want to go into the emotions or in the ethers, but you're being really asked to ground and to be in a softer space and to really recognize the abundance around you. Gratitude is key for you, my friend. Being in that softness during this moon is going to be really key for you. It's something about ancient wisdom that's coming through in that state. Now, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. But it's like, depending on what state we're in, depending on where we are energetically, determines what comes to us. How we perceive reality, what comes back to us. What we give out comes back to us. You know the drill, people. But with the detached from drama, I feel like being centered is key, but also there's something here about balance. It's something about, there's no such thing as right or wrong. It doesn't have to, we don't have to choose extremes. Just like, you know, liquid, we can formulate our own blend. That's one thing about liquids, is that you can put a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Well, I guess you can do it with all the elements, really. And it's like you can put a little bit of this, and you can put a little bit of that, and maybe a little bit of love and some compassion. But I want more laughter in my life. I like a little bit of edginess too, and I'm going to mix it up in my beautiful pot and make this beautiful creation that feels abundant. I hope that makes sense. What I'm trying to say here, my friends, is that we've been doing the extremes for far too long. And I feel like this moon is going to give you some insight about that perfect blend that is you and your creation. Hence with the manifestation, I didn't even put that together. Manifestation. It's like you are the magician. You'll be seeing the mirror in a clear light, and as you do, you'll be able to meld it, be that magician, and manifest the things that you want. However, there may be moments where you need to take that step back to get that clear view. The energies of this moon is very favorable of that, and it's going to give you that space to be able to see it. You just need to stay grounded and breathe through the pressure when the moments create pressure. And movement is important for you, just like water. Movement. Okay, we got to keep the water fresh and moving through the river. All right. Okay, so I'm going to end with the dream card, or the dream cards. It is plural. And one final message, Spirit, for Pal 2. Okay, what would you like them to know? Imagine that your heart opens a little more. Every time you breathe out, it's easier for you to receive your dreams with an open heart. Interesting. That's your card if you want to screenshot it. And this moon is really opening up your heart and your awareness, Pal 2. Such a powerful, powerful time for you. Okay, so Pal 2, that's your reading. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. Do give it a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hey there, Pal 3. Welcome. If you picked the amethyst crystal, this reading is for you. If you didn't watch the collective part of the reading, you may want to. Right away, what I was feeling with your energy is it's like this new moon, this super new moon for you is going to, it's almost like I felt this through my third eye. It was a light one. And I feel like the energies during this moon is really going to give you some insight, awareness, understanding about your current reality. It could be an aspect of it could be an aspect of your reality. It could be the whole something. It's like a eureka moment that I feel like you're going to be experiencing. It's like this awakening moment. Really, really nice. But yeah, and then I'm hearing spiritual gifts. So let's take a look at your first card though. It says here fertility. I like it. And I never noticed this before, but I can see a face here. It's almost like a cat. Yeah, it does. Okay, sorry, my throat. Wow, okay. My throat got really, really itchy and sharp. I feel like for you, Pal 3, I feel like the energies for the super moon is really going to be impacting you in a way that really is going to help you to express your gifts. It's really turning on, not so much turning on your gifts, but turning on the expression of your gifts. And you may feel some pressure, because my eyes are like right on the words pressure from the collective part of this reading. And it's, let me just put it down here. And you may be feeling some pressure. Now, this could be through your throat, like what I was just feeling. It could actually be through your forehead, like you may have some sinus stuff going on. You just may feel some pressure, headaches going on. Obviously, see a medical professional if you need to. But I'm really getting this like throat activating or opening that's happening. You're going through this transformation, but in a way that's, it's like the pressure is building within you to really just express yourself. Now, for some of you, it could be this soft arising or soft raising up of pressure, so you could just kind of come out. come out of your shell. I'm getting. There are aspects within you, pile 3, that you haven't expressed to the world. It's like maybe you keep it to yourself. There's a part of you, and it's a part of you. It could be a vulnerable part of you, but it's a part of you. And I feel like the energies coming in are really supporting you to help share it with the world, and to also with the cat claim your independence. And you'll be reminded of that statement, pile 3, if that message is for you, because you'll see cats around you as animal guides or signs of confirmation that it's time to really express your independence. A cat doesn't give two its about anything or anyone. Okay, it just does what it wants to do. It's very independent for the most part. And I feel like with that cat just peeking down at her, it's like, it's your time. I feel like she's saying, it's your time. Come on up here. It's time to really just be you. And so with the Piscean energy, it's asking you to be flexible. Like the energies are really powerful and potent for you, pile 3, but there's something about flexibility, and it could be that you need to be more flexible, or it's just helping you to become more flexible. Either way, however which way it works for you, it's doing the same job. You may be kind of drawn into the imagination during this time, pile 3, into the state of dream. You may want to, as I said, that 444 on the timer, you may want to write in a dream journal during this time, because it does feel like dreams will be really potent with a lot of information coming through, and also information about your subconscious mind. Or you may be traveling a lot during this time, astral traveling or whatnot, traveling during your dream state. You may want to write about it, because I feel like there's some supportive pieces of information that's going to help you with your creative expression. There are aspects of yourself, pile 3, that you're just unaware of. You may get like the big gist of it. You probably have done a lot of work on yourself. You're truly sensitive. You know a lot of pieces about yourself, and you feel really solid for the most part within yourself. But let me tell you, there's certain things that you don't know, and you probably already know that too. But I feel like during this new moon, I feel like Spirit's coming in to show you pieces of your puzzle that are just a big surprise to you. Be open to it. And I feel like for some of you, you may get that when you're imagining. Like if you like to do some like cloud gazing or star gazing, I feel like you're going to get a lot of insight there. Or like even walking in nature. It's that kind of vibe of just being in like, relaxed dream state, or, imagining is really going to open up the doors to allow that information to flow. But there's pieces of you that you have no idea. Like it could be gifts, it could be like knowledge that you know, it could be like just tools that you have that you had no idea you knew that you knew. That's going to be coming up. A nice little surprise for you. So let's go into the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. So for pile 3, please, Spirit. What else do they need to know about this super new moon in Pisces? For pile 3, please, Spirit. You too, huh? Interesting. Love it. Okay, so is this even? It's never truly straight in my videos anyway. I'm sure you guys are used to it. Okay. let's start with where are we starting? Rainbow blessings. Yeah. So I feel like here you are going to have some blessings coming in. There, like I said before, there may be moments of pressure where you may feel like you don't know where you're going, or that you're in the dark, or there's, just unaware about your next steps. Okay, you're not able to see clearly. You're going to find that as you continue to move, and yes, go slowly, take your time, that it's really helping you to utilize your intuition. And there's going to be moments where you look up and you look around, you'll be like, holy crap, this is a real magical moment. Or holy crap, this is such a gift. It's really opening you up, the energies, and it's enlivening you so that you can really see the magic that's around you. Interesting. Not only around you, but within you. Shout to the heavens with happiness. And I feel like that's throat chakra again. There's something that needs to come through you, pile 3, and something that will come through you. But it's like you got to get out of the head and get out of the narrow path. Okay, so it's like get out of the box. Get out of the rigidity of certain parts of your life. Go slow, take your time, which may be the complete opposite of how you live. But they're saying to kind of be flexible and go with the times. Just kind of go with it. Because as you're flexible and kind of move with the energies, and I feel like with you, Paul 3, you know how to move with the energies. It's just about being in that quiet space so you can tap in. And maybe that may be what's coming through for you. But regardless, as you move through the flow of the energies, it's showing you blessings that's around you, and it's showing you some traits and tools, like I said, that you didn't realize that were there. And for some of you, those gifts, it's like someone's been working on a gift and that's coming to fruition. Like someone's been working on, I'm sorry, I'm having technical difficulties with my throat today. It's someone out there, they've been working on something and they've been working on something and they haven't seen the fruition. It's coming. Pile 3, it's coming. Go slow, take your time. You're being taken to where you need to go. Trust that the work has been done and that you're just moving through the fog, okay? But this time is really going to show you some of the talents that you've been holding back on. Interesting. Okay. So we're going to go into the energy oracle deck to get some further clarity. So for pile 3, please, Spirit, further clarity for the super new moon in Pisces, please. You know, this card came out for everybody. Everybody. Meaning all three piles. Do we want another one? Pile 3, you're letting go of old ways of being. I feel like the energies of this new moon is really empowering you to really create greater balance in your life and really become the magician of your own world. You know, the lead person in your world, and really create it. You're going to be seeing certain things that have been lacking in your emotional realm, pile 3. And it's the areas in which that have kept you not only stuck, but have kept you in pieces is what I'm getting. I don't know what that means. Maybe some of you have been suffering a broken heart for a long time. And hey, we all have our processes, but what I'm getting is you're going to see things, or you're going to get a greater awareness and clarity about the things that have been keeping you imbalanced or fragmented, so that you can then take it and transmute it and let it go. So you can create greater balance for yourself, greater change for yourself that's more supportive for you. For some of you, it's just the way that you've been thinking. It's almost like the thought patterns that have been going through your head haven't been like the full truth is what I'm getting. And so it's like you're going to be seeing things with fresh new eyes as a result of this moon, giving you greater clarity about how people, for some of you, it's like how people dance in the world. You're going to be seeing the matrix differently. Or you may be just moving through it differently. Regardless, both are true. And then look at that, like broken heart in reverse. Women holding a heart in reverse. Letting go of the old heartache. Letting go of the things that held you back. Letting go of the things that have been keeping you empty. Oh, so important. So important. Go slow, take your time. As I said that, 1414. Dude, you are totally like clearing out the crap. Okay, so you can see clearly and move through the world in the way that you're meant to. You deserve love. You deserve to enjoy your life. You're so smart. You're so talented. You have a lot to bring towards the world. Like, look at that. We got Babaji, you got yoga. And as I was looking at that, I looked at you're transmuting a lot of the old, okay, with that purple energy, letting go of the old. Because what's happening now as a result is a greater balance between, and for you, I'm getting more of the divine masculine and the divine feminine aspect of yourself. There's areas where you've been holding yourself back, and part of it is both. Part of it is like the divine masculine, part of it is the divine feminine. With the feminine, it's about how you've been seeing your world. With the masculine, it's about how you've been moving through the world. There's a bit of jadedness within you. There's a bit of guardedness within you. Hey, it's all good, but you're the magician, right? And you attract, I don't know, there's pressure that's going to help you to release it. Priorities, remember, and then again, we have the purple energy with you here, with priorities and King Solomon. It's time to make yourself a priority, and really with that, it's like, make yourself a priority. Remember your foundation, because that is where all your power lies, is within you. Create that solid foundation within you, because like attracts like. There's like ancient wisdom. Like law of attraction is with ancient wisdom, but there's something that's coming forth just for you that's going to really give you that eureka moment. So happy for you. Oh my gosh. If it comes through, can you please just write it in the comments down below so we all know and we can all get that same lesson? It would be greatly appreciated. So we're going to end with the dream cards. And let's see what final message Spirit has for you. Pile 3. For Pile 3, final messages, Spirit guides. Spirit. Thank you. Even though your dream isn't possible right now, could you give it the chance to come true in the future? What I'm getting with this card for you, Pile 3, is like, be open to the possibilities. Be open to giving things a shot. Is that you have something really beautiful within you that the world would just love. Love. Would you give it a chance to shine? Would ya? Question of the day. All right, Pile 3. Regardless of your choices, I feel like love is showering your life. If not within the next 2 weeks, it's coming. Embrace the enthusiasm, okay? All right, so that is your reading, pile 3. Thank you for watching. Do give it a like if you like the videos, subscribe if you haven't, and see you next time. Thanks again. Bye-bye.